the smoke. She's gonna go down. Walkshick with the AW.
Position. Earthshaker's moving in as well. Echo Slam connects onto 2. Macro tired down as well.
Red always wins the brawl. Or can we cast the curse? Oh, there we go.
Lootbet.
It's amazing how much I love betting on esports. It's so cool. What's even better is when I can use Cash Out. Wait, you didn't know about Cash Out? Cash Out is when you can get your stake back even when your bet is going against you. Just one hit and your money is safe. So go to Lootbet to cash out now.
Hello folks, welcome back to our second best of 3 of the day. It's Hard Legion versus Japaleno. It's going to be a spicy one starting off on Overpass. What are we thinking to find? Do we think this is going to be a banger of a best of 3, spicy as I say, or is this actually going to be a complete snorefest and a quick 2-0? What are we thinking?
Spicy as Japaleno's name.
You got the reference, good job.
Well, I do think pretty much Overpass is going to be one of the... If Hard Legion, I feel like if Hard Legion wins here on Overpass, I feel like they're going to make it to 2-0. But this map is very 50-50 in my opinion, and all the stats as well, so... Whoever wins this map, like, if, you know, Hard Legion wins, I think they're going to have a 2-0 because they're going to have a strong second map coming up at their map pick. But if Japaleno wins, it's probably going to be a 3-mapper. So... if you guys in the chat want 3 maps, you should probably share on for Japaleno at this point. If you want a 2-0 for Hard Legion, well, you should be sharing for them here on Overpass. I'm from Sweden, you know, but, you know, I'm not really passing Japaleno's chances too much here, still. Because, you know, these guys have been around in the scene for a while in the Swedish scene. Desson is kind of new, I would say, kind of. He hasn't really played in this bigger online leagues. So he's a little unknown quantity here for this Japaleno side, so I'm not really sure how he's going to do. We're just going to have to wait and see if he can step up alongside his teammates. But we do, of course, have the famous knife round coming up first.
I mean, a lot of these guys on the Japaleno lineup are just, as you said, household Swedish names. Like, these guys have been in Tier 2 Counter-Strike for as long as I can remember.
For ages.
You know, Plessen, Freddy...
And they haven't moved up.
Literally, they've just been... I think the first ever Counter-Strike I casted 4 or 5 years ago was matches with Relaxer and Freddy and Plessen.
Yeah,
so... like, it's... these guys consistently just bash out these leagues. But I think that puts them in a good position.
Good money,
because they... A, hey, it's great money. B, they have one of the greatest logos of an esports team in my mind. It's a goddamn chili with some glasses on. What's not to love? On a more serious note, they have a lot of experience playing against opponents at this sort of level and knowing how to win best of 3s in leagues like this. So though on paper, they might not always be... Oh, Japaleno, there we go. Something in Russian. Classic alt tab on the Observer PC. What's that to love? But, yeah, I think there's going to be an interesting point here, which is that this T-side on paper might not be the best team in the world, but they do know how to force wins in these early league stage events, because this is their bread and butter, coming into like these tier 2 events and stealing the money. It's kind of what they do.
Steal all that money. And money they will get if they get top placements. But if they go out here, if they don't win too many Switch group matches, well, they're not going to get anything. Well, we don't really know how the price distribution is going to go because they haven't announced that yet. It's still like... But I do think you need to get out of the group stage here, the Switch stage, to make anything, right? That's pretty much what you need to do here. But let's see. Japaleno, they were starting off on the CT side, and we do have Hard Legion on that hard T side, but it may be an easy T side, who knows? And some of these Russian players, they're really good. And Svat and company here looking to take the fight against Freddy Frog here. Rage. He will be raging if he dies here for sure. But he's gonna stay put on long here while the rest of his team goes down on underground towards B. But Rage actually lost his life towards long because Freddy Frog, he is pushed forward. So Japaleno with a good start of this run, a hard lead, and they're just running around all the map.
And sprinting in towards B. No real care in the world. They'll force the site. Clark should follow as well. What's interesting is Japaleno yet to lose a single player, even though they've lost the site. Oh, I love this boost.
Yeah, it's not being used too often actually. Oh, but it doesn't check the corner. There's 2 players up there. Kinky. Getting a kinky shot there out, but before we see retake here for Japaleno, they should be able to do this. This guy below who's actually missing every single shot, and all of a sudden he crumbled down to absolutely 0 players alive here from Hard Legion. And Japaleno, they will get an easy retake actually. And well, that will be Japaleno picking up the pistol here.
That was a very good retake from him.
But yeah, it was a good retake. The guy warped it with a lot of shots there. The guy Boost probably should have stayed put there because I don't think he would have checked the corner when they went out. So he could have got more kills there. And police line do not cross. Well, nobody can cross into the site, of course. But once here for Japaleno, Hard Legion, they will go for the force here.
Rage immediately going for that shot towards mid, but unfortunately not quite going to land anything with a scout early on here. I wonder if Connector becomes the point of contention. You've got Crowd obviously sitting back with the AK, just waiting for the push, but on the flip side you also have the SMG ready and waiting on the Japaleno side, waiting for the push, so potentially something that might boil over to the later stages of the round as Relaxer holds somewhat aggressively. And here the connector peak comes. 2 quick duels for the T side. Crad and Sviat both finding a frag.
Golden start right now, and well, Relaxer does pull it back here. It's gonna relax the attacks. That ooh, Rage. He's gonna eat that nade. He's still alive though, so still a 5. It's still a 4v3, but looking at Rage, is 2 HP. Crad has 27, so not the best kind of play after those 2 kills from Hard Legion, but they do have the weapons here. They should probably drop that S3 from Rage over towards Kinky. There we go. Talk about trolls and they deliver. Talk about the devil rather, but here we go. They're gonna go towards B, and there's not a single player on the B in fact. They made the rotation towards A, and now they're gonna go back to B when they notice it. DGL, he's down here lower, just holding. With a FAMAS, all the guns. That's the ugly skin in the game as well. Gotta point that out. But, you know, the pawn will be going down. How is this retake even gonna handle here from Japaleno? 2 lower and 1 upper. Relaxer gets some crowd, but do they still want to go for it?
I don't know if you really want to here. You're in such a rough spot trying to break out of heaven. Lesson might be able to open things up, but not gonna happen. Immediately cut down by Kinky. Putting the work from short. Rage connecting with the scout as well. This doesn't line up for them.
No prison break for them in towards that B bomb, so they're gonna have to watch some more movies. But yeah, you can see the past wins here. Japaleno, they have a pretty good record actually in their recent 5 matches. Hard Legion also, so they're pretty close there in terms of the wins in the past 5. But with Hard Legion winning that one, it's gonna put Japaleno on a 4-spy here, and if they don't win this one with just a scout and a few deagles, well, it's gonna be 3-1 here for Hard Legion then. So the Swedes has a little bit to bite in them. So we want to try to get these rounds. But yeah, CT side is a little bit of a difficult side when you have these when you're up against this kind of Russian team that's so good aimers. You know, Russia has a lot of good aimers in this lower tier scene. So Sweden haven't really produced too many talents lately in this past few years. Been a little bit stale in that point. Maybe we can get some new talents soon. Maybe Destin is one of them. He's a new player here in the team. Haven't really seen him too much around. But Freddy Frog, let's see what he can do here. He's gonna get flanked. He gets taken out here. So this force buy not working out for Japaleno. They should probably just save the 3D Eagles with the Cavar now. Well, never mind. Oh! 2 1-taps coming through from Crad. Well, that's a one way to do it.
I mean, what's not to love? Just tap people down with a Krieg. Plus, I might be able to do something here, but I think it's probably quite far-fetched. And he gets 1 for his troubles, but at the end of the day, we'll be cut down. These were crispy from Crad, though. 2 back-to-back taps, just showing the power of the Krieg.
Yeah, that's why we have a lot of people on the anti-Krieg, you know. They want to get that nerfed, you know. I don't blame them, really. It makes the T side so much stronger as well when you have that Krieg. So it's really a question of, you know, a lot of teams they want the maps more T-sided, but they still don't want the Krieg to be OP. So I don't know what they want really. I don't even think they themselves know what they want. And this is gonna be a full eco. That's a good flash here. It's gonna completely fast Forrester. Allows Descent to pick up the kill and the gun. Well, it's gonna be Freddy Frog actually picking that one up. So seems like the T's is gonna head towards A instead. They're sending up for K towards the stairs. And DGL, well, him and Desson looking to see what they can do here. Not passing their chances here this round. Oh, he spotted. Oh, I saw the USP through the smoke there. The silencer was sticking through, and well, Freddy Frog is already on a mission to save, and this is going to be the 3rd round. The others can't really do anything else, but this is where the buy round will be coming up from Japaleno. This is going to be an interesting round coming up in round 5. Oh my god, that's an awful spray.
Oh, Picasso will be proud. What a beautiful little portrait he painted there in the wall. Not able to connect a thing.
Yeah.
Ah, crowd swapping from the Krieg to the AK.
Yeah, some people are actually doing like the AK instead because I guess they have a lot more hours with the AK, so they just really want to play that instead of like an SG, the main, not have played enough with it. Can we get a replay of that spray? Here we go. Definitely looks like he botched that spray a little bit. But luckily it wasn't the 1v1 or something like that. It was just an eco round. So maybe they also don't want to have too many SGs on the T side in case the CT get the kill and pick up the weapons. Could also be one of the cases, you know, just to have 2 SGs already.
Crucial round though. Japaleno, first real major opportunity to buy back into this. Not still the greatest of weaponry. Obviously, you still have the Scout in the palms of Relaxer, but well, he's been pretty talented with it in the past. So not a complete write-off, and Pleasant especially proving that as he gets the first pick on towards Fiat. Scout finds the tag again as well. On towards, I believe that's Crad.
Well, look at this. That's a great entrance here for Japaleno. They're gonna go for the boost here, Forrester. And here we go. He's gonna try to spot towards the barrels. He's not gonna see anybody. There's one guy down towards the monster. They're actually both towards the monster side. One towards behind the pillar. And well, this round may just go to Japaleno. They haven't taken a single damage. And it's a 5v4, almost like a 5v2 even. Look at the HP on Forrest and Crad. And that smoke is gonna go down. So they're gonna try to force the issue before the smoke moves. And they're gonna make a bad job. Descent, the nice 2 players. And this round is a wrap. Great job from Descent there. That's a good late smoke towards Monster there. You know, we're gonna execute Monster Horde Legion. They get completely denied and they're gonna have to hurry up because of that smoke. The last 2 is gonna have to save here.
Has to be said, this is a very clean round for the CTs. Obviously, I say that immediately as Crad then gets a kill, whatever a second later, but only losing one even isn't that bad, to be honest. The only downside is Relaxer still maintains the scout.
So yeah, Japaleno, the first real chance to win with the guns, they make it happen, so they're gonna keep it a little bit close here. One more buy round here from Hard Legion will be the final buy here, unless they can win it. And are we gonna see? Oh, we see the 4-man boost here. We got the tower coming through. The upper. Let's put rage here. Oh my goodness, he's watching it already, Freddy Frog. Oh, they watch those demos of Hard Legion. They know that they're doing that in the chess. And he actually tags Freddy Frog as well. That's a little bit unlucky here, but oh, that flash is absolutely perfect for this Desson. He got flash 2 there for a second. But he still finds both. And this round has been about 20 seconds of the round, Flakes, and it's already gone.
There's literally no way back in for Hard Legion right now. You have 2 players up against 5. Relaxer is beyond deep into your small range point. He pretty much controls where the bomb can head towards A. Should get a free frag on Sphere now. Unless he decides to go connector, but that won't be the case. Straight into the arms of Relaxer. Easy pickings, upgrades to the AWP, and gets the bomb. Tell you what, I wouldn't be complaining if I was him. That's pretty much the 2 things you want, right? The bomb dropped on your lap and then AWP.
Yeah, you got good served on a silver platter. And Grad just gonna try to take some money away from Japaleno because they're gonna be building up a lot with these 5 players alive here. And well, Grad, 15 seconds. Grad may just try to say that because Hard Legion is really not gonna be having any money. And towards those Swedish talents, people saying like, yeah, we do have of course a Brolin and Propsky and stuff, but those are not really new. They've been around like, I mean more after that, you know. We've been talking about the same 3 players, new talents, right? But we need to get some new guys in. Some youngsters as well. Because once this game gets like 4 years, like a little bit older. It's kind of old right now, like 7 years or something. 2012 it came out. You know, this old guys, you know, they're gonna be retiring, and we need to get in the top teams. We need to have like 5 new players, kind of. And if we only have like 3-4 players that's coming up from the youngsters, you know, we're not going to even be able to build one team out of it. So I think that's also why Vitality, you know, they're trying out some new players.
Spoiler aggression may well bear some rewards. We've got to come down to exactly what utility Hard Legion choose to use to try and force it. Lovely molly. Grad lines it up. Finds Freddy. Relaxer now tries to plug the gap with the AWP. Completely blind though and getting pushed back. Might be good for one, but I would imagine gets refragged if they decide to push up on him, but they've pretty much bailed out here. ENG becomes the only player to be taking the duel.
Yeah, that was kind of weird peek from SWAT. Like, I'm not really sure what he wanted to do there. He just walked through a smoke. Nobody else being able to be there to refrag or anything like that. They had a 5v4, and he just gives it away. But look at Japaleno. They're going very aggressive towards 40 with 2 players. One flash could screw them up entirely here. So, there's a flash, that's what I mean, but he's actually going to miss the spray. And Relaxa, he finds himself a second. He has 20 HP. How does he find these kills? He finally gets deleted. But there's 2 more players on the A side here from Japaleno. Desson, one of the new players. What can he really do here? He's all by himself. He goes for the spray. He gets the first. It's a 1 versus 1 here. Trying to pick up the head of Crad. He jumps up on top of the box. He jumps down, but Desson is going to win it. The youngster comes in. And he's going to pick up the op even. A 1 versus 2. This is very questionable there, but this spray right there from Kiki, he's going to have to land that one. Crad couldn't take all the damage that was necessary, and Japaleno, that's going to be another run for them. They just keep grinding here. This is not bad at all from the Swedes. And we said they're probably gonna have to win this map here if they want to try to take us to a third map. So, not bad. These guys. And this is gonna be hard Legion with just another pistol buy here. So this should be 5-3.
Really shouldn't be any reason why it doesn't go 5-3, to be honest. Obviously, we have a few Deagles and one bit of Kevlar in play, so maybe there's a very thinly veiled chance Krad can do something wild. Perhaps if he lands a gun, but other than that, you're banking on some Deagle headshots landing, which, well, we're likely a little bit hard-pressed for. Nice to see Relaxer picking them off as they come running through mid.
Yeah, hard Legion having a hard time here on the T side. After the good start they had, now things are looking complicated. And the Swedes doing a good job here in the frags department. This one is not gonna matter here for hard Legion. Not expected to win it from the beginning. But Tesson actually gonna have to give him, you know, a clap here because he's doing a good job so far on the CT side. Did a nice clutch in the last round and has done such a good job here on the CT side to hold off hard Legion. But the next test is starting off right here. Buy round for hard Legion. Are they gonna have an AWP? They have 5k on 2 players. Doesn't look like they will actually go for an AWP here. No, they won't. So I don't know, like overpass, do you want to have an AWP on the T side? You probably want to, right? You want to try to take that long peek maybe. But this, yeah. Oh, he's gonna go for the wallbang here, Relaxa. Ooh,
So
I think it
close.
would hit it if he actually, I think he actually just moved or something because he got shot in front of there. So he actually didn't shoot. That's a nice wallbang you can do. I've seen a couple of kills I've been killed with that myself. People been using. Trying to go for the spam here towards underground. But now we're gonna see that as 5 SGs from hard Legion. They're not screwing around anymore, Flakes. You know, they had a couple of AKs before, now they're going pure SGs.
Just Krieg Counter-Strike. What's not to love? Totally a completely functioning gun, not broken in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, but I kind of like that it's more than just the M4 and AK being used as well.
It is nice to have some variation, definitely, but I do feel like the meta that it induces for a T side is not something that is conducive to Counter-Strike for me, or what makes good quality Counter-Strike. But well, it's the meta we have, it's the meta we see. It is a good gun, that's for sure. Not so sure the walking through a smoke play though will be the one.
Question is Destin gonna be aware though? He's trying to make noise on short, just trying to put the rotation away, but Destin's gonna be good for one. Digital, he spams through and this S3 is just coming in. This is why the S3 is so good, but Frog with the return. Back on 2 versus 2 here. He even finds a second. How on earth does he find that? But they're both on short with 50 seconds remain. And he finds the one spot, but he's not going to get the second. Freddy Frog with a triple kill. And how on bloody earth did he pull that one out?
A lot of it comes down to just good trading. That's the main thing that happened here, right? We constantly saw back and forth. The CT side's doing a great job of trading. In the end, then it comes to Freddy. He takes 2 1v1s. And it all lines up from there.
He certainly did, and we're going to see a monster smoke coming through here early from CT spawn. 6-3, and we have another pistol Kevlar with 1 Scally from hard Legion. Japaleno. A little bit of a head start here on overpass on map 1 of our second best of 3. To conclude round 1 here in the switch stage. This is the only match left before all the teams have played 1 match in the first round. So, question who's going to be joining the 1-0 teams here. At the moment, Japaleno is looking good for that, especially for the first map here. Trade with the CSGO comes in. Got a lot of stickers on that one. Ooh, Krad with the scout. Look at that. And hardly, they're not out of this round yet. It's a 4v3 for them. And Relax has an AWP, so if it comes down to a push here, he may just get 1 with AWP. That's gonna go for the rotate, and he's gonna push forward. This is why the AWP is so bad playing solo on B. Because, well, he's gonna get pushed forward against 3 guys. And the bomb is down in a 4 versus 2, and they just wanna fall back and save here, Japaleno. They're not even gonna attempt to go for the retake here. And what a huge round to win from Hard Legion.
Keeping themselves in it at a very crucial point of the game, because keep in mind, Japaleno had just basically not only beaten them out on a surprise round, but also had the chance to take this, what, 7-3, 8-3, more than likely we would have seen. So this is a huge knock-on effect for Hard Legion and the way that they're going to get their T-side rounds, basically.
Yeah.
Keep in mind T-side as well, obviously, in the context of this game, I think Hard Legion are only aiming for 5 or 6 rounds.
You think 5 or 6 is going to be enough on the T side?
Potentially, yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like the T is where we've seen most of the things, most of the rounds being won here throughout this entire Lootbet season 6. So I'm not sure 5-6 is going to cut it here on this T side, but it depending, you know, how things goes in the pistol round, of course. But yeah, 6-4 so far. I actually would favor this towards Japaleno. You know, if Japaleno can get up on 9, 10 on the CT side, I think that would be good enough. But it's not done yet. I think Hard Legion is going to get way more than 5-6 round points. Because right now, they're looking good for this round. 4 versus 3. And DGL just hiding behind the smoke is going to start to fade out. And there's a terrorist watching it. And there we go, Rage is going to get it. There's more players here. Pleasant. Former Fnatic Academy and stuff like that. Looking for something here. That was a long time ago, actually.
Feels
that
like
picture
just
is really
yesterday.
old he has right now. That picture being used is just... It's a couple years old by now. But... Relax finds the kill on spot. So he turned it back to 3-2 at least. But now they're just going to go A because both players is on the B side. And... 30 seconds to go. Bomb will be getting planted in about 5 seconds. So... Pleasant. Do they even want to go for this at this point? They don't have the money, so they probably should just save here. Japaleno, it's not worth taking the risk, and yeah, they're just falling back and doing that. So 5 rounds for Hard Legion here. Save is coming up, and even though Japaleno wins these rounds, Flakes, they still have no money.
It's taking so many losses, aren't they, in all of these rounds? EGL, $850, less than 50. So he invested everything into this. That's the one benefit you have though when the rounds are very close, even on the winning side. You're constantly losing people, constantly coming down to 1v1s, 2v2s. You don't get a lot of those added benefits.
No, you really don't, and it's gonna come back and bite you very, very soon if you don't get those things going. But this looks like it could actually be one of those, like a Dust 2 we saw in the game before, a close half, and maybe overall a close game, like at least a close map. If none of these teams starting to run away here on the CTRT side of this first half. But yeah, the money, as you can see, they don't really have anything here. Only around 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 on 2 guys. But I'm gonna drop an MP9 over. And it may just go for full here. So it does look like they will do that, actually. They're buying up here, so this is risky for Japaleno. But they're going for the risk. They're not afraid to take risk here. Sometimes you have to do that.
Well, the reward is pretty
To
high,
have any
to be
payouts.
fair. It's very, very valuable at this point for them to try and get up these rounds. The only downside is that they're not going to completely break the entire Hard Legion side. I mean, Rage has $9,000 in the bank now. He's done an incredible job of storing money, just because he's particularly been able to save a fair bit. The rest of his teammates, you can see where they've kind of not had such a great situation. Like Kinky, It's basically he's down to his final couple of $100. That's the only really downside for Japaleno if this does go in their favor and they are able to pull through, is that they're going to still have players like Rage, Forrester, Sviat who can sort of support the team for a little while, but it's one step closer to breaking them, which is really what matters here. They don't really want a hard Legion. From their perspective, getting above 5, to be honest, 10-round CT side would be happy days.
They're going to be happy campers indeed, and that's going to be the entry for Relaxa here, and... well... oh, Kinky's going to get pushed in, Relaxa goes down, and... well... 6-5 is the scoreline, 4 rounds to go here for this first half. This map. And, Japaleno, these kind of players that's been around for a while in the scene, they know what they're expected from them here in these kind of rounds. They're very experienced in that case, but what's the next step in their career here for Japaleno? Like, they haven't really moved forward since like 2015, 2014, when we still see them in the same league. They haven't really taken a step up. Thanks, what would you say is the next step for these guys? But let's hold that thought because we got a push here from Freddy Frog. He's gonna find the first one. He gets traded out, but Plessen keeps on getting the trades here. It's a good job here from the Swedes with the trades. Swat and Forrester. Last two standing here. Smoke and Moldo will be thrown here towards the barrels in heaven. Towards on the side here, 10-second left. And oh, that's a perfect flash from DJ. What? Swat? He didn't see him. Oh no, that's a disaster. It's not going to be enough time. It's a 2v1, 2-second left. He may get that one, but he's just going to hide here, Plessen. It's a 7 for Japaleno. Oh man, looks like he had that kill on short.
That is a heartbreak and a half. Do you think he wins it if he has more time? Even 10 seconds more?
Yeah, no, I don't think so, because the guy in water wouldn't peek there then. If there was a little bit more time. They would have played a 2v1 instead. So I don't think it would have been a chance. I think he just peeked because there was 2 seconds left, and he knew that he dies to, you know, his teammate is going to be alive and win the round. So he was wanting to try to get the gun away. But the margins are so small in this half, you know. These rounds, and oh, Freddy Frog pushed all the way up to the fountain. He's gonna nail the kill on Crad. Forrester almost gets the trade there on Dessen. Both down to 10 HP. And the spam comes out from GDL. And there's 2 entries for Japaleno, and how can Hard Legion respond? How can they do this? Force is down to 12 HP. They may just need to maybe save the round. A minute in. Unless they can get anything found here towards the A sites. Japaleno, they're a little bit lucky, but you need luck as well in this game, you know. It's part of the game. So, they're still playing very good CS here, but the kind of play they're doing here, they're playing 3 players towards the B bomb side. Freddy Frog and his team is playing towards A here with 35 seconds left. Once he spots somebody on long, they're all gonna rotate in. Because they're gonna go together here, Hardy. You know, here comes the smokes. Now they're gonna realize it's gonna be A. They're gonna get a move on here, Hardy. You know, trying to go for the boost. And this can't really do
they're running out of time. So
yeah, that's the bad thing here.
Yeah, the rounds are over now. There's physically not enough time to find the bomb.
There's literally nothing they can do at this point. 8 seconds. They're just gonna go for the save here. It's gonna be an 8th round for Japaleno. They're just gonna save the SGs and the AWP here. Ooh, he's gonna get wall banged by the scouts. And well, 8-5. They will have another buy round due to this 3 saved rifles here. So at least they do have that Hard Legion going into it, but they're starting to slip away here on the T side.
Yeah, I mean, they've already burnt through all of the spare money as well the T-side had. He looked at Rage's bank there and went from having 6-7k in the bank to he's got a couple of hundred in the bank now, I believe, after helping his teammates out. So it's kind of exactly what we talked about in the previous round. All they had to do was kind of whittle away this T-side, and eventually they'd have nothing left. And that's what we're seeing here. If they can win this round, then round 15 will be a Felico, or Eagles and Kevlar due to the force of it in the last round, but for all intents and purposes, it'll be very weak pistols.
Yeah, Sergeant Willow, Japaleno are stepping up here on. This is why they picked this map. They're looking to have a pretty solid side here, but oh, Kinky is watching the short play here. Oh, it's just a couple pixels away. Oh, look at that. How did it not? Oh my. Oh no, it looks away, but it looks back. But it still finds both, Kinky. Oh man. He looks away just in the last second there before they come here. But Pleasant with an SV here. Look at this. This is why it's so good. He lines them up. He gets actually 2 for trouble. And he's back to a 2v2. But the thing is, though, it's not the best guns on Japaleno. They have a Scout and a FAMAS. But they're actually going to go towards the A side. The full rotation came in for Japaleno. Svat with SG already made his way in towards the bank. The bomb is going to make his way from the middle. But do Japaleno expect somebody to be here? They do now. It's going to be the trade. And now that guy is going to later here from toilets. A 1 versus 1. 25 seconds to go. Oh, he's expecting B instead. Oh my goodness. This is such a good play from Hard Legion. The plan will be coming in. And now he's going to get fooled.
The penny has just dropped to him that it's actually still not B.
But is he going to expect him to push forward here? Kinky has found 3 already. He's going to find the right angle here. He does! Kinky goes down in Japaleno. They nailed the run still. And it's kind of predictable he's going to be pushing in a 1v1. A lot of people do. You know, especially, imagine like Cash, 1v1. You know, the T plant on B. That guy's usually going to push lower and go up on the bombs and lower, right? And it pretty much happens on every map, you know, where people just... 1v1, they try to look for the frag instead of just staying put. So it's really predictable that he would be pushing somewhere, maybe it's stairs or maybe bank. But we're going to the last run here, and I said this is probably going to be a close 8-7 half. That is not going to happen here.
The close to 8-7 has turned into what likely is going to be a 10-5. Things continue the way they've gone so far. The one upside is that Hard Legion aren't stuck on just pistols Kevlar. It looks significantly better than that on their final round, but even so, Crab actually secures the opener. I thought he was going to be a dead man walking the minute he takes that duel, but lands the headshot early on. Does get the opener onto Japaleno's side.
Yeah, but the nade, ooh, I thought he was going to take that crowd there. But we're going to see a BX coming out now. Desson. Great kill coming up for him here. Now the question is, what can Hard Legion do? They're not trading on that. They're just walking out one by one, as you can see with the bomb. And then now another guy is going to be walking out. Yes, he gets the kill, but he's probably going to get traded here, and he will. It's a 2 versus 2 now. He keeps on going back and forth. The bomb has been dropped in a terrible position here for Hard Legion. Relaxa nails the shot with an op. Comes down to Crad, a 2 versus 1, 16 HP and a dream. What really can he do? He's been spotted here, and that means the water guy is going to jump up or walk up instead, and that's going to be 10 runs for Japaleno on the CT side. And I have to say, that's amazing.
That is really good. I think that takes the... I was hoping for at least 6 rounds there for Hard Legion to kind of make it doable. It would actually be a contest in the second half, but 10-5 is
DGL.
very brutal. DGL not having
sitting on 2-9.
The greatest of games.
Freddy Frog, 18-6. This guy's playing good. Crad, 59. So they do have each team as a player really stepping out here. But as long as you win, you know, I wouldn't mind being DGL, having 2 kills if you're leading 10-5, you know. It's all about the win, you know. So we know that he's the in-game leader, so he's the one making all these things happen, trying to talk things through, getting his team into good positions. So let's see the second half here. Pistol run is very important here for Hard Legion. If they don't win the pistol, they have a big road they need to climb to get back into this map. And for all the Swedish fans in the chat, well, things are going good here for Japaleno. Let's see if they can keep this up here, go into the second half, or if the Russians will pull things back here. And we do have a defense here from Hard Legion. May not be enough here. Time will tell here. Crad inside the corner. They do have a molly to push him out if they want to, but I don't think they're going to use the molly for that.
He has been on it as well, Crad. Crad has been hitting his headshots today, so always a chance that he can do something as they will come flying on through. He gets one for his troubles, eventually traded out. The T side already so far so good. Still in a 3-on-4 as they're yet to get that second kill, but relatively good positions here. 2 low HP players, as you mentioned. Also, the smoke's helping them out. Those kills, not so much, though.
Yeah, and Relaxa, well, he's going to see the guy around the corner. He's going to get it. If he got around the corner there, he could have made a 2v1 clutch because Rage has 8 HP. But Horror Legion, they nailed the pistol run here. Crowd would have got a lot more than 1 there if he didn't get flashed. So, a little bit unlucky there for the Japaleno side, but they do have maybe a force buy in them. They didn't get a plant, but usually we've seen teams forcing up here in the second round. So actually we're not gonna see that. They have a couple run buffers, so there's no point really forcing it. They can just bind the next one 10-7. So they will take that full eco and just accept that they're not gonna be having too much of a possibility to win this one. But the thing is here with Hard Legion, you can see these 5 MP9s. If they don't die here, Hard Legion, they're gonna have to take these 5 MP9s into the next round against SGs and AKs.
Just need to be safe here, though. Make sure that Crad can make as much money as possible in the corner, if anything. Play off Rage to the next of him as well. Perfect finish, man. Doesn't get any easier than that, does it?
Oh, he's gonna get caught with his pants down. He goes down. Crowd with a trade. They lose 1 player, so he can buy himself another weapon here. But the other ones, they're gonna be stuck with the SMGs here against AK and SGs. So I'm not sure I'm fancying Hard Legion's chances in this upcoming gun round too much. So Rage, the only one who died, will buy himself an 8 OP, so he has $0 now. But alongside that 4 MP9s, I don't know, Flakes. I don't know about this one. 10-7 for Japaleno. They could make an 11-7 here with this gun round. The gun run is not anything to cheer for. But gonna come down to Rage here with the AWP to try to make some kind of entry kills happen here. The push there, that's a good flash action from Swat. Gives him a kill on Desson. Maybe a little bit of inexperience on Desson. Not being able to go for any trades there, just trying to hold it off on Monster. I think this is where the AKs and SGs is gonna prevail. The long range duel stay towards toilets, unless the AWP can get anything done here. But imagine if Hard Legion wins this round with just 4 SGs. Or SMGs.
Well, not only would it be huge for them, but also I think it's very reasonable. Overpass is one of the maps where you actually can hold some of those sites with just SMGs. You look at A, for example, getting towards toilets. The only time it becomes really problematic is the longer duels towards outer toilets on short, and obviously A long as well. Apart from that, the MP9 is not a bad gun here, not by a long shot. There are maps where it's 10x worse, such as Mirage, where you do not want to be sending SMGs down mid, for example.
No, not at all, Rage. Smoke is going to be fading out very, very shortly here. And there's going to be an E execute coming up, and it's going to lose the AWPer. Oh no. Now the SMG is going to have to go close range here, behind the box. He's going to have to try to get this frag. He's going to get full flashed here. He gets the one before it goes down. But where's the retake here? Did it? Oh, the retake, and this is why the SMG is bad on. These retakes, where they're going to have to run up and go. It's so difficult for Hard Legion here. And there we go. Swat is going to go down. 2 remains here. And they may just need to... Oh, Kinky actually picked up an AK, so is he gonna go for it? 28 seconds on the bomb here. They do have kits, but Kinky... Oh, he finds the first one. DGL goes down. He had a pretty bad game, DGL. And now he's trying to go for the second one here. Kinky is a 2 versus 2. Forrester coming through the stairs, jumping around. He gets it, but Pleasant with a trade 1. Going for the second. He gets the second as well. Pleasant is the hero of the round here for Japaleno.
He is going to be laughing from that one. A quad kill for Pleasant. How does he pull that out of the bag?
jumping on. Yeah. That is bonkers right there. And Hardin, they had 4 SMGs. Now they lost that, they're gonna have to buy M4s now, but they can't afford 4 M4s around the AWP. Only 2. So 4, so they're gonna have a P250 only. Oh man, this is not looking good for our Legion after losing their last round.
This is definitely a much worse position than what they were in, because at least they have 4 SMGs now. As you mentioned, the P250, but you also still got the SMG on Fiat as well, so definitely a dire position here. Japaleno are playing very passive as well. They don't want to take any risks right now. They are just very far back across the entire map.
Spot the feeds there. Doesn't go for the peak. Rage, he didn't find a single frag with AWP last round. Now he's trying it for the second time. If he doesn't find anything in this round, he's gonna be dead. For sure. If he doesn't find a single frag. Trying to jump spot. Ooh. You do spot the guy long. 50 seconds to go. I feel like this is gonna be another 8 take here for Japaleno. It really seems like they like this map, Japaleno. But this is where the SMG is good. This is where you talked about the close range towards the sides. This is where you want to have the SMG on.
It's also where the Krieg can be really good too, though, in close range. You can do so much with it. But talking of close range, Rage, the shotgun. I mean, they just completely dropped the hammer there. Every single frag goes the way of Hard Legion. They keep the dream well and truly intact. 8 rounds now on the board. And well, we've talked a lot about the economy of Hard Legion. It's been a lot about Hard Legion this, Hard Legion that. One thing we neglected to mention was that Japaleno are spending up consistently to get into all of these rounds as well. Take a glance at their bank accounts now that they're being pushed back by the CT side. Got nothing left. Full eco from them here.
Correct. Yeah, so this is gonna have to be an eco round. This is gonna be in the 9th round here for Hard Legion. And, you know, we said it before, Japaleno probably gonna have to win this map if they want to try to force a 3rd, because the second map coming up is a banger for Hard Legion. It's Mirage. One of their better maps here. Japaleno only has a 25% win rate on it. So Hard Legion, they have 60. So Japaleno, they know how much this map means to them. To try to win it. Still gonna have a lead after this eco run is done. But it's only gonna be with 2 rounds. So that's not a big buffer to play with. That's where the molly comes from. But they're gonna try to head towards A again here, but just a formality. Just a walk in the park here for Hard Legion will be coming up. Flash is coming through. Still no frags here, They just don't want to lose the round, they're just still playing safe here.
Eventually they're going to have to do something though, but they also have to realise that they don't have anything. They have no foot in this round at all, let alone any skin in the game. So this is one of those rounds where they can spend all the time faffing around, but the only thing they should be getting out of it is either a plan or talking, using the time wasted to actually talk about what they're going to do going into round 21.
Yeah, definitely, and well, 11-9. 2 rounds ahead still here, the Swedes. But that could definitely close to 0 if Hard Legion wins this round here. If we can take up the scoreboard here, we can see if DGL has got anything more on the table here, in the kills wise. Or if he's still lacking. Even though you're having the game leader, he still has the frag, you know. Unlike the old days where, you know, if you're in the game leader, you can afford not to kill anyone. It's not the same CS being played today than it was 4 or 5 years ago, perhaps. So he's really gonna have to step up here, DGL. And Krad, it's a 1-for-1 here. Relax and Krad both dead here, so this is gonna be better for Japaleno. But the next kill is gonna have a huge impact here. Freddy Frog, is he gonna check toilets? That's a little bit of an off angle that you usually don't clear towards this corner here if you're a terrorist, if you go solo. But It's clear to one side, but it doesn't really clear fully. But there's 3 players outside Monster. Kinky. Oh, is he gonna get a triple spray down here? But Freddy Frog, he's waiting for it. Oh, the re-smoke with 50 seconds to go. Surely they're not gonna push for that.
I think it's gonna be interesting if Freddy pulls a rotate here. That's one thing to remember is he's got his teammates on the CD side waiting B Monster for what could be a push. They have no guarantee that there are 3 players there. When you've got Freddy making noise towards A, does it pull a rotate? Well, the answer is no, but the kills come through anyway. Jalapeno get themselves every single frag required on the B site.
Yeah. And well, there we go. Japaleno, they gotta come into the side. They were expecting a guy towards Monster there. There was 2 players there, so they did 2-for-1 trade only hardly, and that's not gonna be close to be enough to win that round or hold it off. But Freddy Frog with a nice entry towards Toilets as well to pull that little bit of a rotation there and keep SWAT on that Toilets play as well. To only keep 2 people on B. So 12-9 for Japaleno, and will be one more buy from Hard Legion, but both teams, they're really lacking funds at this point, so the next round here is going to be very crucial for both teams.
It's just a byproduct of how back and forth things have been, because we're constantly seeing rounds go either way, and also a huge difference in frags going either way. It's very difficult to stabilize your economy right now. Already, this round proving to be a bloodbath. Look at the damage done. Hard Legion seems to be on the bad end of the stick, though. Losing Rage, Forrester, Crad 27 HP. They are trading it back, but still getting punished a fair bit here. And also, just in terms of map control, it doesn't look too pretty. The B site potentially about to be given up. It really will come down to what Kinky can do. And, well, there's your answer. Absolutely nothing. One tapped out the server.
So, finally, DGL is stepping up. He's getting a very important kill there. He hasn't gotten a lot of kills, but the kill he gets seems to be the important one. And, well, SWAT with the trade, so back to 2v2. So that's time for DGL to show himself again alongside Relax. This is a crucial round for Japaleno as well, due to the funds. Relax though, he's holding short. He's gonna get the kill on SWAT. It's all onto Crad now, 2 versus 1. And there's 13 seconds left, and DGL is going to push him and get the kill. And Japaleno, they should be getting up on 14 here due to the eco coming up here from Hard Legion. And the first map seems to be going the way of the Swedes at this point.
$1.82 KD for Freddy. Not a bad number.
Not bad at all, and yeah, we see a full eco here. Only 1 deagle has been invested. This map 1 is getting closer and closer towards the finish line. The run boost coming through. That's a good run boost. Probably not going to expect him to be in the corner now, unless they heard it. But Japaleno, they can take their sweet time. They don't have to do anything at this point. They have so much time to play with against this eco. They just need to figure out if they're stacked somewhere. They do actually expect him to be in the corner there. Nade's coming out. Look at that smoke there. Imagine if they push on that smoke, like, you wouldn't see a single thing. You would only hear steps. But a minute to go, they're gonna cross back to the site, Hard Legion. And, well, I kind of like the Japaleno taking things slow here.
Which
even
is,
though this
it's
run
not
is going to
avoiding
be
any
for free once
risks.
they commit.
Like you say, it's going to be free, but what is the one thing we've been kind of always finding ourselves repeating for the past sort of 6 or 7 rounds of this half? It's been that neither team has had a solid economy. Why is that? Because they take so many losses in these types of rounds. So taking it slow and just being a bit kind of relaxed about it is the smart way to make sure you get these rounds in the bag without any shenanigans occurring. I mean, that could have been a problem there. Crad, only reason he's dead is because of a quick 90-degree flick to the right. Otherwise, that's a kill for him and potentially all to be saved.
Yeah, definitely. And the remaining 3 coming through CT spawn, and that's going to be a whiff from SWAT actually, or from Dixo, I mean. 1 will be going down here, no bullets left in the AK. And let's see how many more kills Hard Legion can get in this round to try to keep the money low for Japaleno. But, yeah, Forrester. 30 HP. Not gonna be able to save anything here. Or will it? Ooh. Guess a third kill here. So this is a lot of economy damage on Japaleno.
This is
Yes, he's not gonna
exactly
win
what
the
we're
round,
talking
but-
about, though, right? They take it so slow.
Yeah.
But then look at they've 3 players dead against a full eco round, and a Krieg saved for Hard Legion. That's what we've seen all game long, and that's why the economy is such a mess for both these teams.
Yeah, it really is. 49 though. Japaleno, they only need 2 more rounds to close out here before we go to Mirage. In our final best of 3 of the evening here to finish off round 1 in the Swiss stage. This is the only game remaining before we finish that first round, so a lot on the line for these 2 teams to get a good start here in the league. And Japaleno 2 away from winning map 1. So play here, of course, from Hard Legion. Maybe the last one, unless they can get it. So 1 minute and 30 here. Japaleno, they really always playing slow here on the T side. But look at that. Svat with an entry on Freddy Frog, and Kran is close here. But he's gonna expect it. Oh, he watches the corner. Desson with 1. Not gonna get the second one. Gets traded, but look at DGL. He's coming through Monster. He gets the wallbang on Kinky. Pulls it back to 33.
I love this from Japaleno, though, just ditching B completely, leaving 1 player there I would imagine to kind of sell the presence a bit, while the other 2 immediately run to A long. The only person that can stop this now is going to be Rage. Beautiful peek, finds Relaxer, now backs away. That should give up to Hard Legion that they are far from committed to anything yet.
Yeah, we can see Pleasant here heading up towards long now. He waited a little bit, so I think that Rage maybe was going to rotate away from it. But Rage is staying put. And look at this, DGL, he's actually walking into B now. So Pleasant is going to wait here. He's going to walk into B. Never mind, he's actually not going to wait. He made a lot of noise there, DGL, but he stayed put there, Rage. And that's the bomb, and that's the round going to be for our Legion. They will be getting up on 10. I would have liked maybe Pleasant to stay put a little bit, like 5 more seconds maybe, and let DGL see if he can pull any rotation towards B. Because now he was just throwing some nades away from outside Monster, or from in front of Monster. But yeah, 14 to 10, a 4-round lead for Japaleno still here on map 1, so they still have a pretty comfortable lead here. And DGL, you can see he's up on 7 kills now, so he's been getting a lot of kills. I think in the whole time he had like 3, 4. So he's been getting a lot of impact kills here in the second half. But Hard Legion, still a lot of work to be done here for them, of course.
Not impossible, though. Only a 4-round gap, and we've seen worse things happen. Loving the boost I'm seeing. Haven't seen this in a while.
We saw this in the first half, right?
There we go. Slightly different boost in the first half, but nonetheless, a boost cancelled. Forrester taps him down at range. You don't see that every day.
No, especially not with SG versus an AWP. Like, that's just how powerful. Even that long range, that's not even long range. That's double long range or triple, like 5x the distance or something like that. It's so far away. Still a bit like Call of Duty. But he gets the entries as an entry still for Hard Legion. Ooh, DGL is gonna get wallbanged. Gotta be careful about that. But if Hard Legion wins this one, but hold that phone because Freddy found an entry towards Crad. Hard Legion could make it 14 to 12. This round is all wide open now because of that one frag on Crad. And Rage. Is he mad? Maybe when he's mad he's playing the best. Some teams is playing better when they're angry. And either way he's gonna go in front, and he actually Pleasant doesn't even get time to react. That's the biggest advantage right there from Rage, coming in with the first frag of the round here. Svat looking for a couple frags here from the Truck area is only gonna get one. Freddy Frog turns 2, but time is of the essence. Why doesn't he pick up the bomb, DGL? Just take the bomb! Oh no, there's no time.
I don't get why he doesn't just
DGL,
knife it out and grab the bomb. He's right next to it.
Yeah, his teammate is so far away. Like, he can't grab the bomb. It's impossible to like get the bomb down. DGL need to grab the bomb, get the plant down, let his mate cover him. Yes, he has the bomb up, but they're gonna lose the round if he doesn't go for it. And that's just exactly what happened. They get to save the op and SG here because of the time, but the other 3, they're not gonna have anything except 2k in the bank here. So this should be a 12 for Hard Legion. But this is DGL. Maybe he got a little bit tunnel vision there. He thought maybe his teammate had a chance to go, you know, take the bomb and stuff.
Perhaps. All I know is Rage is at it again. Another early pick.
Yeah, and DGL, well, he finds one with the op towards Kinky, but it's not really gonna change anything. It's a 4v3 for Hard Legion. And to be honest, I do see I have a chance Hard Legion could win 5 in a row here for 16-14. At least a minimum on overtime.
Well, only time will tell. This should realistically be 14-12.
We said before. Oh, DGL is gonna walk out. Oh, he's gonna rotate, didn't? Oh my goodness, but Swaz from upper, he's gonna get the kill. And now here comes the trade Crad with another one. And this is falling apart from Japaleno here. They're all dying. Blink of an eye. And 12 for Hard Legion. They're gonna even pick up an SG on top of it. So money will be there for Japaleno, but this is getting close here, Flakes. After a big lead for Japaleno, they're closing in. Slowly but surely, 1 run at a time.
Crazy game. Thing to keep in mind, folks, for you at home as well. We talked about this right at the start. Firm belief that Hard Legion, they bring this back, they get the map win here. They take this 2-0 because the second map is somewhere they feel extremely comfortable on. So for them, this is an opportunity to sprint to the finish line and force the 2-0, providing they do their job, obviously, in the second map.
Yeah, and but this one is still far from being done. The Japaleno still have a 2-round lead, and Rage and company, they still gonna have to get a lot of frags here. But the buy here from Japaleno is not the best, so they have that going for them, Hard Legion. That they're only really gonna be up against 3 AKs. The Deagle and the Mac-10 probably not gonna do a lot unless the Mac-10 can get off close range. Then he will be very dangerous. But 55 seconds to go here. There's plenty of time still for Japaleno. Usually they're running down the clock to about 30 seconds, 25. But now when they find an entering crowd, maybe they're gonna work a little bit faster because of it. Oh, this is good for Japaleno here. 14-12 with an entry on top of it. Oh, a misdraw from Rage, and it's gonna have to be a 5v4 retake here. Do they even want to go for it due to the money Hard Legion? They don't have anything. Oh, Rage is gonna take him through the smoke. But still a 4v4.
I think even so, you can't really go for it because the smokes are just in the way, making life so difficult for you to be able to see or do anything.
That's a good nade, but oh, Rage finds himself a second one, but they need to find a kill towards Truck, and DGL, well, he's gonna get traded here. It's all down to Death Zone, and well, it's a successful retake here.
I mean, Rage has gone huge there with a double kill, but Sviat as well, finding the double as well. That is ridiculous.
It's all because Rage found the first guy through the smoke, and then I don't know how he found the second one, but he did, to turn so his teammate could come out in a 3 versus 3, I think it was 3v4. That was crazy. How did Hard Legion win that round? And we have a timeout. I think it's timeout for Japaleno to wonder what the hell happened. Because that was supposed to put them on 15. They made the job, you know. They got the kill, or pushed Rage back at least. All they had to do is just hold the site. And now, we're coming down to this weird situation where Japaleno, they do have just enough for another buy here due to the plans. But Splash only has 3,700, so they're not going to have a lot of utility.
It's like
So
just
do they want to go
Blessed
for the
Freddy
full
as
buy?
well. You got Desert at 4K. 4K is not going to be a good number, so I would almost argue, if anything, this is a half buy at most. But
Yeah,
obviously
then
that comes with risk.
14.
Exactly, and that opens up Hard Legion a very easy way to win out this map.
There's some buys to Galil. Actually, they're going for full buy here. They're risking it on everyone, right? Yeah. Galil's and AKs comes out. This is a risky buy for Japaleno. This, I'm not sure how I'm feeling this. This is just a risk. At 14-13, you could have taken a partial buy, making 14-14. Still have a chance to win the 14-13 run, of course. But then you're gonna have ops and everything, all the utility into the next one, 14-14. If you don't win the force buy. Or the light investment. So this is just a risk one. They have no money left now if they lose this one. But you can put it on the other side too. Hard Legion, they don't really have a lot either.
They are able to make do though. They have enough to survive these rounds at the end of the day. Let's see though. Japaleno starting to push up towards A. Japaleno's coming in just on the edge of the smoke there. Crad will let rip through, but only finding the wall, unfortunately, yet to see a player.
This is the most important round here for both teams.
This is critical. It really will, and potentially decides the outcome of the best of 3 in itself. As we talked about Hard Legion's strengths going into map 2, Japaleno want to make sure they have a lifeline just in case that is as devastating as we might think.
But here's the execute. This is the plan here from Japaleno, pushing onto the A side. That's a good flash here for the CTs. That's one. Rage not gonna find a second, and that could be a problem here. 22 seconds, the bomb will be going down safely. A 4v3 for Japaleno. They may have just put themselves on map point here. This time, they're not gonna have Rage with the retake. He's not gonna be able to get the retake with his teammates. Molly's and nades coming through here. He's gonna burn him alive on the side. He dies. He's down to just a 3v3 here. But DGL, he's going good. And Death on 2. It's down to Kinky. Last man standing here. He has to find 3. He finds the first one, but I think this is too much of a task. He has about 10 seconds to kill both. Or go for the defuse here. And is he just gonna stick it? There's no way. There is no way. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. Yeah, it was less than a second away, actually.
About 0.6, so
But
not far in it.
No, not at all, but they pick up 15 here, Japaleno. They got 2 map points on map 1 here. And Hard Legion, what kind of buy are they going to have here because of it? Get a couple of Famasas, a couple of 5.7s. But not a lot here. So the force did work out for Japaleno in the end. But it was close.
Interested to see the money of this Japaleno side. They are skint. Really are. Thankfully, post-buy, they should be able to get just enough here. Hard Legion obviously having it much worse off. Do you think there's an opportunity for Hard Legion now, or have they just lost it? Let's be frank about it. I have a feeling it may have just slipped through their fingers.
Yeah, I'm not really fancying their chances here in this 29th round with the weapons they have. And yeah, Japaleno, they may have just done enough to win the first map here. And that will be good for them because they needed to win this map here. Mirage is coming up next. They're not the best on Mirage. Stats wise, about 20% win rates. I think across like 10 maps or something like that. So yeah, they are not the best on it. So that's why if Japaleno wins here, I do believe in a third map as well in this game, just like the first game we had. And then we're gonna have a long day in front of us. But still not over here. Hard Legion, they can get 2 more rounds here. If they can get this one, I have to do the impossible really to win this one. I just don't know what they're gonna do to shut down the push here from Japaleno. The execute will be coming in. I think it's gonna be a late execute again. So what kind of nades are they gonna have to stop them? Basically nothing. What is the last 2 gonna buy here? Krad and Swat. Probably gonna be CSGO Kevlar, right? So
I feel like it has to be, yeah, Kevlar and then P250 as you said, yeah. There really isn't any other option. Maybe a bit utility.
He gets a deagle. He gets half Kevlar and a deagle crowd. This is it. Now we're never for Horde Legion. And this is it for Japaleno too. 2 map points here on overpass. Just about to go over the finish line. This will be a good confident booster going into Mirage as well for Japaleno, if they would win this one. So they're once again gonna go towards A. This is gonna be another A explosion coming through. I think this time it's gonna be a little bit faster because they already moved this close when 1 minute and 10 left. So yeah, this is gonna be a much faster run. And at this point, Horde Legion probably should just gamble the A sites. They saw the guy on long. They should just gamble here. And if Miles Forrester, he's gonna have to go absolutely ultra huge. And that's a great flash, but he only gets 1. Oh man, he could have found himself 2 there, or even 3. But look at this, there's all players here from Horde Legion. They're rotated in. And Japaleno. I think there's a chance here because there's so many players here from Horde Legion, but they're getting shut down one after another. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the wrap here for Japaleno, is it? Rage picks up 1. Kinky, he needs to get at least 2 here. But he wise peeks out, and that's gonna be Deathsun and Rage. 30 HP at 1v3. This is not gonna happen, lads. Will be Japaleno to actually secure their map pick here very, very soon. Horde Legion, they fought well, but they couldn't take it over the finish line. And Japaleno, they're gonna be a win 16-13 on map 1.
Very good result though for Horde Legion, has to be said. Taking it to 13, not exactly an easy feat, but map 2 is where we're going to be heading. That will be where we potentially decide our victor. It really depends on what Japaleno can bring to the table. Join us in a few moments' time as we dive right on into the action to figure out what the map 2 will look like.
Going through the smoke, Woxic. Gonna go down, Woxic with the AW unit.
Vision Earthshaker's moving in as well. Echo Slam connects onto 2. Back row tire down as well.
Red always wins the brawl. Or can we cast the curse? Oh, there we go.
Lootbet.
It's amazing how much I love betting on esports. It's so cool. What's even better is when I can use Cash Out. Wait, you didn't know about Cash Out? Cash Out is when you can get your stake back even when your bet is going against you. Just 1 hit and your money is safe. So go to Lootbet to cash out now.
nowadays. Usually USP that people prefer. But the plant down for Hard Legion here, and it's gonna have to be a 5v5 retake. DGL is there with the kit, but here we go. They're gonna go around the corner. Crad finds the first one. There's a little bit of team damage as well coming in. And where's the remaining ones? There's nobody else moving in from Japaleno. They're all stationed at their positions, and this is a disaster for pistol round or retake. Hard Legion, they're just crushing them. All 5 kills going their way.
Not the greatest of starts. Japaleno kind of just got frozen time and didn't really make any of the moves that we were hoping to see. It's very disappointing, to be honest. Hopefully, not an indication of what's to come.
Hopefully not. That would be terrible. There's like, after the first game died, they got like a brain freeze. Stayed put. Nothing is going on, and Hard Legion has a pretty easy time on the server. But now we're gonna see a force buy from Japaleno. They're gonna try to see if they can win this one. It's not the easiest one to win. It's a hit or miss round as well, these kind of force buys in the second round. But we're gonna see another big push. This time they have 2 players here, and with a force buy, it could actually work out for the chance of Japaleno. They do get 2 frags here. Relaxa though, if he can pick up one more here, this is gonna be absolutely huge. But they go out, Relaxa, he's gonna peek out, he gets the kill. It's a 2v1 and it happened, Flakes. It's a hit or miss round, but they're gambling the right side here, Japaleno, and just like that, after the terrible pistol round they had, they're pulling it right back.
That is hugely significant. The Deagle's close range, just chewing them up there. Such a critical round too, because it allows them to fully spend going into this one, and hopefully go 2 for 1 here. But, of course, Hard Legion, they don't like to bow out of a fight. They won't walk away. No white flag being waved here. Rather, they're going to force back up into this one and continue the fight. Oh, the difference is this time it's not going to be that full commit B play.
Yeah, and the Crad, he does have the SG though, so the question is, if they can send in Crad and do something with it, they actually have a chance to win this round. I don't think Japaleno is going to expect that SG, because they only got 1 SG and 1 M4 here. Other than that, they got the Scout and the MP9s. So I'm not sure they're expecting that kind of a gun. He's just going for the spot here. Once he sees him, he's going to put that smoke down. But this will be a B taken fact, actually, because the bomb and 2 more is here, and there's only 1 player on B. This could be terrible for Japaleno. And now here comes Dessen, is also down to 40 HP. He goes down, Dessen! Oh no, this is... I'm not sure why they can't make it this kind of setup on a force buy. You know, this is a big gamble you're making against a force buy like this. Bomb will be getting planted here. It's a 5v4. Forrester, is he gonna get the flank here? No, he's not. He gets taken out, but this smokes is gonna buy a lot more time for Hard Legion. Oh, he's missing the jump as well. And oh, this Kink in top mid getting a tag on Pleasant. This is looking pretty bad actually from Japaleno. With 24 seconds left. They still have enough time, but they gotta get the move on. And there we go, they do get another one here. But Crad is still alive with that SG. And there's a guy on the side too. And Crad, he goes down, the side player, 10 seconds left on the bomb. There's the kill. And there's the defuse. He doesn't have a kit. The guy with the kit needs to make the defuse. And it's gonna be so close actually in the corner. But oh, they just gotta get the defuse there, Flakes. And that was too close for comfort.
Right down to the wire, but they do make it stick in the end. That's going to be 3 to 1 now, almost guaranteed as well, because Hard Legion won't be able to spend a penny going into this round. This will have to be the full Glock, maybe P250 at best for Lico. Japaleno, for a 2-0 sprint they're trying to achieve. It's a good start so far. I mean, they did lose the first pistol in quite a disastrous fashion, but the recovery has looked pretty good. The next thing we want to see is how the full buy pans out. This round here, not super relevant. As long as they keep it clean, they don't think too wild, but this should be very comfortable for the CT side to close. What matters is round 5, because Hard Legion will be back on the full buy, and we'll get to see a real idea of what they're going to be able to do on their T side, and maybe where they'll be able to test the likes of Japaleno.
Yeah, certainly. So they just need to stay alive with a lot of players in this round to build up some little bit of economy here. But yeah, let's see how this one is gonna pan out. Hard Legion, they do have the Deagles, so you gotta be watching out for those. But here we go, top of the bench. And the DGL is gonna say, sit down on that bench. This is not your run, Hard Legion. This is our map to take. We're gonna steal this map away, even though this is your choice. Rage is going for the crouch peek. He gets the kill. Trade is there, and this just Forrester goes down. So 3-1, but this is where it starts. The first gun round coming out here from Hard Legion with the full rifles and everything. Up against Japaleno here. So we're even gonna see an AWP being bought here from Relaxa. So interesting run coming up here. 3-1 on map 2. And if Japaleno can get this one, they can get a head start with a 5-1. That's exactly what they need to try to look to do. This is gonna be a smoke towards the B apartments, deep. And Hard Legion. How much have they practiced Mirage here? How good are they on this map is the question. And did debate Japaleno into playing this map? Because maybe they were just looking at the win percent rate and were like, okay, this is a good map for us, it's a bad map for them, let's go for it. Or did they actually look into which kind of teams Japaleno played against? Not really sure, but that nade is gonna be good on Kinky and SWAT. Down to 60 HP and 70. But a slow pace run here from Hard Legion, in fact.
Slowly but surely, working some further control down mid. May even get themselves into window here as well. Already having Rage in ladder room. Very passive play from the CT side though. A lot of damage already done, but not really doing much more. He's actually falling back. I like this though. Doesn't need to overcommit here. Good molly should give away an idea of what's coming. Good nade as well. Already a 2-for-1 trade, looking very, very good.
But that looking good is down to Wars. I'm not sure why the rotation doesn't come in from the T's, and why doesn't expect Krat to be already inside there because he got a kill from. There's no rotation. Destin is the only one on the B apps, and Japaleno, they're not even making a rotation. He did see them towards B apps, right? He heard them. The Molotov took damage. He knew there was at least 2 players there, and they got 2 kills on short. So they know this is going to be a B wrap. So why don't Japaleno put more players towards the B side after that? But now they're just going to go for the save and Hard Legion. They do pick up the round because Japaleno, they don't react on the short play. They did kill the short, but then there's 2 players in the B apartments. Did they think they were going to go back or something? They're not fully committed. So nails one at least. Get to save that. So there will be money on the Japaleno side, but they do lose the round here, and I think this is all about how many rounds the T's can get. Because T side is where you can have trouble winning rounds here unless you're, you know, Sprout or something like that. But we do have a pulse coming in at 3-2. I think it's a pretty good time to take a pulse as well.
What are you changing right now though? If you're calling a pause, what is the if you're team captain, what's the discussion you're having?
For Japaleno?
Yeah.
So it seems like they've been abusing a lot of the B side here, Hard Legion, but Destin is the one who's playing towards B house. He has to make the calls that that he saw 2 players probably could go towards B still. When they made that B split, you know, like the short guy's dead, they should have a guy on site and they got a balcony there to just kill the guys coming out from B apps. But instead, there's only Destin there. He dies. The rotation is 5 years away. And I don't know how he came into window there. Or into kitchen. Was he one of the short as well? Was he the 3rd guy coming short? Because he did not come from B apps, and I don't think he came from the jungle as well, because that was CTs there, so. But you don't want to have too many players, right, on the B side to have the A defense bad. But sometimes I think they may just have to play for an A retake in a few rounds. If you don't really have an idea of where Hard Legion is going to go towards. Then you may just put one towards stairs and one towards CT ticket. And just go for the retake. But yeah, Mirage CT side is not the easiest thing to play actually. Especially if you lose players. This is what we see. This is the retake I mean here. Like, they have nobody on the site or anything here for Japaleno. I like the play, actually. They have a guy ticket, 2 plays a ticket, in fact. Now they just need to go for the retake. If Freddy or someone can find 1 kill before they plant to make it a 5v4 retake, that would be even better. But that's not gonna happen now. Let's see if Japaleno are a good retake team. They have 2 ops though, Flake, so that's pretty terrible you want to retake with.
Wilson. Dives on in. Connector could prove to be a problem here. Loving the smoke, but has that gone too deep?
I think it's just enough. Yeah, it's just enough here. And the spam.
So close to planting Freddy there.
It will be Japaleno with a good retake, and that's what I mean. Like, the retake could get out just like that. Plus, he did an amazing 2 frags there. Kinky, just 1 more shot, and I think the time would have been very low as well on the bomb. But they will be able to figure out, and the buy here from Hardy will be there, right? They have 3 buy, and actually, never mind. They're gonna go for partial buy instead. They did get a plant down, but they're saying, oh, let's just take it. Let's go for full buy in the 8th run instead. This one is gonna be a couple of Kevlars and a few upgraded pistols. So this should be 5-1 for Japaleno. And they should keep a little bit of a distance here to Hard Legion going into the gun round. So we said that we're probably gonna struggle, but then we revisited which team Japaleno actually played against, and it's not actually too bad of a team, and they were very close as well on all those matches, 16-13. So just a run here and there going the other way. Turn this map into Japaleno, and that's a really good position to have with an SG. You have a scope weapon. The first angle they're gonna check is not gonna be that. But yeah, Flex, actually things are not going bad here for the Swedes.
It's actually looking pretty good. There were a couple of moments that have been a bit nail-biting, I think it's fair to say. But generally, it looks very solid right now on the CT side.
And they're building up a lot of money because they're surviving 5 people like in that round. So they're just going to have to rebuy the nades. That's going to be not a lot of money being spent into this round. But let's say Hard Legion. They need to come up with some few rounds here. They're 5-2 down. 2 rounds is not going to cut it. They need to get at least 3 more to make an alright first half here. And Japaleno being a map up here, they're feeling the pressure, I'm sure, here, Hard Legion, that they need to win their map pick. Otherwise, this is going to be a quick 2-0 here for Japaleno to finish off the day. And this time they're taking 3 guys towards the top mid. The bomb as well. 2 players towards the A ramp. And here we go. Ooh, they're gonna push through the smoke here. That's gonna be the first one. Destin picks up the bomb carrier as well. Can they follow up on the second one here though? Yes, they will. Pleasant takes him out here. And Pleasant with a second one. That's a triple. No, not a triple. It looked like it was.
Close enough though. Triple, double. Yeah. The impact's the same at this point. Is he not only got the kills, but he dropped the bomb carrier as well in such an awkward position. So
given this was a gun round, like, look at the kills here from Hard Legion. They got 1 kill on Spot, Forest, and Kinky. They all got 1 kill only.
They are really struggling to get going here. I didn't even realize 1 kill was actually the problem, but you are right. 3 players plateaued on just that 1 frag.
Yeah, and if you want to grind T rounds, that's not the right way to do it. Rage gonna try to get something here. Plus, it may just get the 3rd kill here. But there we go, he's gonna get tagged. There we go, DGL is gonna find him. Yeah, things are going terrible there from Hard Legion. Not a single frag again. That's 5 people alive. You can see there, Pleasant just wrecking everyone. And Hard Legion, they're gonna have to go down to another eco round here. They have 1 buy, they lose that, they're gonna have to eco. They buy next, they lose that, they have to eco. It's an eco buy every single time here now for Hard Legion. So this is where you don't want to be on the T side, where you only got 1 buy run before you have to eco again. But this looks like it could be a B push here with a pistol Kevlar buy. They have a lot of utility as well. So I'm not going to count them out here, Hardy. They're putting a smoke down, but look at this spam here coming up from Dessan. 1, DGL is going to help him out. So they will shut it down. They're going very aggressive here. Destin, you need to fall back, my friend. You have 5 HP. You have no business being here. You're just losing a gun for nothing.
I think he'll be okay. He's being covered off by DGL, so
Yeah.
he'll live to fight another day.
That's 3 rounds in a row now. 5 alive. 3 rounds.
Not only that, look at the scoreboard. We really are starting to see a sizable gap build between these two teams. If this gun round doesn't work out for Hard Legion, we could be getting into double digits before we see something impactful from them. Which is the polar opposite of what we expected.
Yeah, we were expecting Hard Legion to have a pretty good Mirage game, but so far, it's a disaster. They're shooting water bullets right now away from their AKs and SGs. They're not finding a single frag. Up around the corner, finally they're getting a pair of frags here. DGL finds one. Freddy Frog though, the trade has 2 for 1 here for the T's, so maybe they will get their third here. Japaleno, they know that they just need 3 more rounds on the CT side here to have a good haul. If they can nail a 10th round, that would be alright for them. They just need to try to avoid Hard Legion getting more than 5. But this is a good start for Hard Legion. 4 versus 3 now. This should be a run going their way. I'll be very surprised if it doesn't. But this SGs, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. Both teams have SGs right now in the 3 to the 4 here from Hard Legion. 2 of the 3 for Japaleno up alongside it. Oh, he's gonna walk up. That's a free kill here. Now they know there's gonna be a guy A palace because I'm watching that. That means that Freddy Ford knows that there's a guy coming through the apps. But the game is gonna get slowed down a little bit because of that kill flakes. Where's the next kill gonna happen in front? Which team is gonna get it? Oh my goodness, that's Freddy Frog getting a second one here, and a third! He doesn't even use the scope. And this is going from being bad to being an absolute
It's a
collapse
travesty.
here from the Hard Legion.
Complete travesty. Hard Legion have no sway on their T side right now. Rage desperately trying to hang on here, but it's not gonna happen. Freddy on his own little riot there, a quad kill.
Wow. Nobody's walking up with Crad here at all. But look at these shots here with this. This one is beautiful as well, that one, without the scope. This one is a nice one tap. But 4K there. Looks like they were getting something Hard Legion, but here's the pause. But the bad news is they're not gonna have money here in this round anyway. So this next round won't really matter for Hard Legion. And looking at the money from Japaleno, they can buy every single round now till time. But look at this, 9 kills for Crad. He's the only one really killing anyone here. His team is 4-1-2-2. This is... If you're sharing up for Hard Legion right now, I don't know, man. That's not gonna be working out for you. 8-2. Japaleno on the way to get double digits here very, very soon.
Seems like there's really not much coming out right now from this T side. There's still significant lack of fragging power more than anything else, but there's no real nothing sticking for them, to be quite frank. Money here as well looks very rough. I'll have to buy down to 2k at most, so pistol, Kevlar, a couple of nades. Highly likely, if previous form for our CTs continues, that we are going to see 9-2 here.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to stop there either. I think they're just going to keep on grinding here, Japaleno, to get up on 10-11 rounds. Smoke's being deployed in the middle here. Nade's coming out. They're going to push on short here. And there's Pleasant with an entry kill. He's going to get pushed here. Is there anybody else to help him? Here we go. Relaxer gets him. Another nade there. Should be taken up for the Crad. Actually, doesn't matter. Because they're getting absolutely wrecked here in the middle here, Hard Legion. And there you have your 9th round here. It looks to be another flawless round. They had so many flawless rounds in this half. Yeah, like this is like the 4th or 5th right now. Like, it's been absolutely crazy if they don't die here, of course. And they don't. Like, relax at 16,000. Like, when do you see 16,000 in a game like this when it's 9-2? You really don't. And I'm just gonna have to wonder, like, when is Hard Legion gonna get any more T rounds?
That is the question. It's are they going to be able to get going early enough in this game to have a say? Because it's, for example, like the classic case of a team that gets a 12-3 scoreline, bringing back the last 3 rounds, and they start to get comfortable in the game. The second half starts to look good, but because the scoreline is 12-3, they just don't have the rounds to play with anymore, and they just lose based on that fact alone. That's what's pertinent here for me. Is it's Hard Legion. If they don't start bringing this one back and getting 4 or 5 rounds on their T side, then they've already lost enough to hand Japaleno the win. Because Japaleno on their T side, we know what these Swedes are like. They are lean, mean, fragging machines.
Definitely, but what? How did Lone let just jump
How has
out
this
here
come from?
first?
How has this come from what we've seen previously? Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Perhaps I should rephrase my previous point to be referring to Forrester, as he's just absolutely flexed on his opposition there, jumps out Palace and basically just kills them all.
Maybe they just need to go for the aim battles instead of going for the tactics here. And there's Kinky getting another one. This is going to be the 3rd round here for Hard Legion. And maybe they just need to rush out on the A side from apps and just get the frags. He just gets the first guy through the smoke. He jumps down, get the guy Shadow, jumps up. Well, he gets that one jungle. Like, it just looks so easy in that round for Hard Legion. And that's the only good round they really have done, except the 2 rounds they won. Japaleno, but this is where you can be a little bit complacent if you are a team with a big lead. You may already say, okay, we already have so big lead here. Let's just take a chill here. You know, and then letting the other team run back with a couple rounds. So what Japaleno needs to do here, they need to stop this. They need to try to put a 10th or 11th round here to just really put down their foot and say, we're gonna get this second map here and make this a 2-0. We don't want the 3rd map. We just want to make this end. We don't want the 3rd map to go down to an Inferno. Inferno is always a good, but Japaleno, they're done playing games. So I don't think they're gonna be able to do the same here for it. Jumping out of the apartments, getting 2. That is something you do one time, and then it's done.
Smoke drop towards Ram, right-clicking in A through as well. He's clearly thinking that someone is right there, just a moments away as the push comes through, waiting for a flash behind him, but it never arrives. Plessin will at least be there to trade. There is a gap in the smoke, which you'd hope Relaxer will use. There you go, point and click. Thank you though, dives straight through CT. Oh, Relaxer says no thank you. No scope to the back of the chest.
Now there's down to 2 here for Hard Legion. This is one of the rounds they can't really lose after winning one. Oh, he's gonna go. He could have jumped up. Oh my goodness, he gets him through the smoke. You are kidding me, Relaxer. That's the 3rd kill for you in this round. Dixon, he's gonna get caught with his nade out, and DGL also goes down. Why are they peeking alone here? I have no idea what Dixon just did with his utility. He just ran in front. And well, Relaxer with a 4K. When you have Relaxer, you don't need any other player, really. He's looking for some utility, but why would you need it? You have all the money you need. And, well, Flakes, that is one way to flex on Hard Legion. First shot, nice, well done. But here, this second shot right here, this is a beauty. Goes to the no-scope, and then more frags coming in here. This one, through the smoke. How does he even land it? Seeing time after time again here. But here, what is Desert doing here? But yeah, it's gonna be 10 for Japaleno, 2 more to go. And Hard Legion, they're still stuck on 3. They want to take middle here. Dixon is getting full flash. He needs to get some backup. He gets backup from Freddy Frog. He finds 2 instead. So that's good. 2 for 1. Oh, they don't know who to boost. Smut is gonna take down Freddy Frog. This is back to 3v3 actually. So in the end, it's been the trades, and plus it's gonna whiff the spray on Rage. But DGL is on top of the box. If they go short here, they're not gonna expect him to be on top of the box because his team had already died. Hard Legion, they're trying to grind the last 2 rounds out, and Wraith is expecting him to be there. And Flex, are we gonna see 5 rounds for Hard Leader maybe here?
I really hope so, because it's what's going to allow them to compete in the second half. Even just getting 4 here is huge. So I really hope we can see 5. That would be a monumental comeback based on where things were heading, because this was looking like a very tragic result, to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely was, but Japaleno, they still have 10 rounds. They only need to win 6 rounds to close out the game here, but 6 rounds is a lot, to be honest. Especially
6
when
rounds
you're gonna
T-side,
go
not
to the
so much
T-side.
though. See, in the context of this game, I don't think 6 rounds is...
Yeah.
It's going to be a task, but I don't think it's out of the bounds of what could happen. Especially when you throw in the pistol round in the mix, which T-side pistols are where Japaleno have had their success, CT's pistols not so much. So if there was ever a half where I feel a little confident taking that bet on the Swedes, T-side would be it on Mirage.
Yeah. But yeah, that also means they're gonna have to win the pistol. If they don't win the pistol, things are gonna be looking pretty close. And this is also Horror Legion's map pick, so you know they have something. They're gonna have a good CT side, almost guaranteed, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't really pick the map here in a game like this after losing the map 1. So we know they're probably gonna have something in store for us on CT side, but maybe not, because this T side has been very lackluster. So maybe they're gonna be having the same kind of CT side. Who knows? But to go into the final round here, 10-5 would have been amazing for Horror Legion. Japaleno can get 11 here. Imagine. Imagine the confidence they're gonna have. Oh. Oh, he's running. DJ doesn't want to take the shot, and that means a crad. From underground, it's gonna have the one-tap in the back of his head. That's a good start here. Entry for Horror Legion. And there's a second one from Crad. The SG is doing the work, and Rage with another one, and this looks 5. Dessen and Freddy Frog, last 2 men standing. Ooh, the P250, 5.7 actually, I mean. That's the headshot and then the body shot. But he will be traded out. So, Horror Legion in the end, they do come back and make a couple rounds. Dessen clearly not going to clutch a 1v3 here, that's too much of a task to do. Where is it? I guess the first one is down to 14 HP. 14 HP, picked up the AWP here. The only reason he can win is if they would peek 1 by 1. And just the guy who was apartments is now down to slope. He's gonna come up here and he's gonna get the 1 tap. Oh, there we go. He gets in through the smoke, and 5 rounds for Horror Legion. Not a bad half coming in, considering what we had. It was like, I think it was 10-2 or something. Or 9-2. It just definitely made their way back here, Horror Legion. Question, how is their CT side gonna look?
They've definitely saved themselves, but you're correct. It's going to come down to A, how their CT side looks, and B, I do think the pistol's going to play a crucial part in this, because if Japaleno can start strong with the pistol and deny any force-up shenanigans, you are already looking again at a fairly rough scoreline of like 13-5, 12-5. So there is going to be that piece to it too. This pistol for me just really makes or breaks this 2-0 possibility. They drop this, they're going to have to grind it out with gun rounds, which, again, to my point earlier, I'm not hugely concerned about, but I definitely feel like that's where Hard Legion have the opportunity to also grind their way back into the game.
Yeah, but as you said before earlier, Japaleno, really good T-pistol team. They've been winning most of their pistol rounds on the T side, so not sure why there would be a difference here, unless Hard Legion can hit some good shots here, but yeah, you can see 0.25 KD on Forrest there. I think he only has like 3-4 kills. So he's having a tough game. I think another one in his team also had 4 kills, so we're gonna have a B push here. It's gonna be a 5 versus 2 on the B side. Forrester, who had a really terrible map, needs to try to look for a couple of frags here. And you see, he just continues, plus he's just jumping around the corners, just getting the flying headshots. And it seems like Japaleno's pistol run on the T side keeps on being winnable. Like, keep winning.
It's where they have their strengths. You look at a lot of their pistols, and they do struggle CT pistols. I don't know whether that's just because they're not a huge fan of the USPs, or there's 101 reasons why CT pistols aren't ideal, but when you give them Glocks, these guys become just machines. Especially Pleasant, it seems right now. He's had a field day. Just running around with a Glock, switch to the USP as well, but there isn't a huge amount to say. That was quick and easy for the T side.
And the question is, do Hard Legion want to force here? Because they're 11-5 down. If they force here, they could give them 13-5. But if they eco, they're just gonna 5. So do you want to take the risk forcing here and maybe win the round to win a 6th round here? Or do you want to give Japaleno 12 rounds? And then go for full buy in the 3rd? And they're actually going for the risk here. They're forcing up here. Like, this is... I'm not sure what I think about this. If they don't win this one, it's 13-5, as you said. They're gonna run away with the map then, Japaleno, because they got the pistol round. Oh man. This is almost an all-in round here for Hard Legion in this 2nd map. If they don't win this one, they're gonna be a lot of problem. And the flash is absolutely perfect. He's gonna nail him in the head. And there's only one B defender, and well, they're gonna go for 4-man save here. This is a 12 for Japaleno. It is happening. At least they do get the 4-man save here, Flakes, so they can get that into...
Very interested to see how Hard Legion's first buy now goes, because all the stars have aligned for this T side.
Yeah, it certainly has, and you can see they're gonna be up against this force buy again in the next round, round 18. So everything is going the right way here in the 2nd half, and everything is going wrong for Hard Legion, if you can say that. So they have 2,600, 4k in rage. They're gonna have to go for another pistol Kevlar. There's no doubt about that. And this should be 13-5. And they're getting closer and closer. We can see the Lootbet odds. 1.17 for Japaleno. So they really are in the driver's seat here to win this 2nd map here. And you could actually make a little bit of an upset here if they can make this 2-0 against Hard Legion. I don't think a lot of people would expect that going into this series.
Through. So far so good. The pistol finds one. Pleasant will be there to trade though. Very interesting to see when the mid player joins in the action on A, but it seems like it will be unneeded. Japaleno just chewing up these pistols. Forrest the last man standing. Looks like DGL can just kind of relax here.
Oh no.
Who needs Pleasant anyway? He's only your top fan, it's fine.
Get rid of him. Get him out of the server. Japaleno, they need 3 more rounds. That seems like nothing at this current state when it's 15-5 on the 2nd map here for Japaleno. Everything has been going the right way here on the T side. And I don't see a reason why it shouldn't continue like this. Hard Legion, they're gonna have their first real buy run now. This is where they're gonna have to make their mark if they want to have a chance. If they don't win this one, just pack your bags. It's done, pretty much. So,
some good damage. 48 HP to Desmond through the smoke.
And it seems like Japaleno want to go B again. It seems like B is where they have getting good results early on here in the 2nd half. So why not just keep going here? They have a good setup. If they have a good execute on the B side, why not just do it again? And that's what they're gonna do here. But they're gonna send out only one player here. The other ones are gonna be going back here towards underground, towards mid. Svat is gonna hear him. Yes, he's gonna spam back here, and there's a guy short. How they don't fight each other? I don't know. How is Svat still alive? He finds one, but Kinky with the trade. Nice trades here from Hard Legion. 4 versus 2 for the Russians. Bomb has been picked up by Pleasant. Oh, Pleasant, he goes to the peak and he actually gets it. And now it's the guy in window. And oh, Pleasant, slow reactions there actually.
I would have always thought he had that for a second there. That would have been a crucial double kill for him in mid, but it's unfortunate it leaves him here now. Looks like Kinky though seemingly unaware of the fact there will be a market, but somehow wins the fight there.
1 HP. But that was a must win for Hard Legion. That was the gun run they had to win. But the thing is here, they're gonna have to win more of those because they're so far behind. Yeah, they're just gonna have to work their way up here, Hard Legion. grind slowly but surely every single round. They can't think about the side. They have to think about taking one round at a time. Close this one out. And one mistake will cost them another round, and then they only got 2 more chances, so things are not looking too bright, even though they won that last one. Oh my god, Forrester gets the lineup on this one. And Japaleno, they can't get complacement here. They need to keep on winning, getting these winning ways if they want to get this map. They can't slow things down and just play free for all. They need to keep working together just like they did in the first 3 rounds. That's what was working out for them. Well, he gets the headshot on Pleasant, but Pleasant gets the return kill, but the trade is there for Hardlead anyway, so they keep getting the trades here. Things so good here for the Russians. See what the remaining 3 Swedes can do. Oh, he's gonna jump and he's gonna spot him on the ground. He gets the wallbang headshots. And play that. This is actually not looking too bad for Harley in the last 2 rounds with this one as well. This one's been fairly easy if I'm gonna have to say it myself. And there we go, only losing 1 player.
It has to be said, they do look pretty good. Early picks as well have not been ideal. Hard Legion being able to find players through the apartments and so on. Japaleno are going to have to take this next round a little bit easy and then look to probably around 22. See if they can bring something slightly different to the table. Only 3 rounds required, but now we are well and truly into the point of the game, which is where they have to grind those 3 rounds out.
Yeah, that's where it's hard now. They're gonna have to go up against the 5 rounds here, and they're gonna push B, but there's actually never mind. Force is gonna delay Relaxa, or deny Relaxa. They're gonna head back here, but this is just gonna be a freebie for Hard Legion. This is gonna be 13-8. But it is what you mean. They're gonna have to grind against full buys here now. They're not really gonna get any free rounds in the first 3 rounds. When they won the pistol, and then they won the Force and the Eco, of course. Now they're gonna have to win guns versus guns. And that's gonna be much harder for Japaleno to do here. On a map like Mirage, where this is Hard Legion, who choose the map. They know what they're up against. But Japaleno, they're really taking their time here in this eco round. They probably want to get the bomb down, that's why. Try to see if they can rush out here and just jump down and get the plants. That's not gonna work out. They're all dying. So let's see here what Japaleno has in store for us. They haven't really gotten too many kills on them in this past 3 rounds.
This is where things now get just so critical though for Japaleno, because you drop this round, you're looking at 9. Then we're likely looking at 10 as well. Things get closer and closer. Japaleno running out of almost... Buy rounds are like a commodity now, and they're running out of any rounds left to sell. It looks like again they're looking towards this B site. They feel clearly very confident that the B site execute is the one that works for them, and I understand why. They're basically isolating what they feel is currently the weakest players on this roster right now. It's not working out for them. The CT side have picked it up. Ezen will trade. DGL looks to save the day, but it's not going to happen because DGL is last man. And he hits the deck as well. 4 players for the CT side. Only 1 kill comes through. A complete failure of a B site hit.
King is doing a really good job here on the B side. He's getting out 2 frags. The first one and then the second one going through the smoke to the bench. And we're seeing a timeout here for Japaleno. And I can agree why they're taking it, because things haven't been working out. They're only been getting maximum like 1 or 2 kills in the last 5-6 rounds in every round. So it just hasn't been working out for Japaleno. They came out on the B side, yes, but they couldn't delete the players who were there. 39, the score, these rounds are getting closer and closer by every round that goes by. And soon the gap is gone. And winning 3 rounds on the T side now is all of a sudden looking like an impossible task for Japaleno. This is a good lockdown here from Hard Legion they're doing actually. And it's gonna have to be another eco for Japaleno. It's gonna be 13-10 before another buy could come in. And this is why Hard Legion took this map. They know they're such a good CT-sided team. They just need to get a couple of rounds buffered on that T side. And I think they may just have done enough on the T side to pull this back on the CT side. But still not done yet. Of course, we're only going to be jumping into the third round here. So I think Japaleno, they're really using all the timeouts here. I think if it goes 13-12, I think they're going to take a new one.
Understandable too. I think they have to kind of try and use these now as ways to figure out what's going wrong and what can we try. I feel like they need to probably look past this B play all in they've been doing. It's not working anymore. It started out as a point of the two players on the B site were just not hitting their shots. We saw it in the pistol round as a prime example, but Hard Legion across the whole team are starting to warm up now, and the more you let them sizzle, the more fiery they get. It's like a chili con carne. It only gets better with time. That seems to be the CTs here, so Japaleno, can they handle the heat?
If you can't handle the heat, baby, get out the fire. So, well, this round is definitely not going to be able to handle this one because it turns out to be an easy kills for a couple Forester. But the question is, can they make some kind of economy damage? Keep the money low from Hard Legion if they can get 2 more frags here. He's going to have to do their job here, but doesn't look like they're going to get more than 1 at this point. And this is where the in-game leader, DGL, he's going to have to come in and say, boy, listen to me right now. This is what we need to do to win the last 3 rounds here. I'm not playing a third map, he's saying. They know they had this map in the bag after winning, after getting that 13th round. You know, so... It was 13-5, right? They had 13-5, Japaleno, now it's 13-10. So, Byron out here from Japaleno, let's see. What they're gonna have in store for let's see what they talked about in this timeout. I do think you said they should probably not go towards B anymore, but I don't even think that was a problem. I think they did get out on the side. Usually the problem teams had is getting out to the side. But Japaleno actually had to execute that. They did get out on the side. It's just that they couldn't get the kills towards behind the site there. So if they can get that, they should be having a B side here, but this time they're gonna make plays towards the middle. Oh, DGL is not gonna flash towards connector. Rage still gonna be able to stay there, get that kill. And well, that's an entry again from Hard Legion. Rage is doing really good with that op. Very mobile with it, getting a pair of frags, rotating to the next position. Making things very hard for Japaleno to guess where he is.
Looks like Forrester suspects a boost here. Which, to be fair, wouldn't be a bad idea. But it hasn't come just yet. Rage, though, just tapping them down with the AWP at this point. Like, absolute cannon fodder. It's a 1v5. Not a single pick has come in from this T side. A fruitless attempt to close this game, it has to be said. Japaleno stuck now on 13.
Yeah, they have absolutely no idea. They don't know what they're going to do on the T side here. They're getting absolutely wrecked every single gun round they lost. They haven't won a single gun round at all here on the side. They don't know what they're going to do here, to be honest. They're completely screwed at this point. Like, B-rush doesn't work, their contact play doesn't work. Like, nothing is working for them. And they don't have a lot more rounds to play with that they can try things out. Because soon it's 13-13. And we have another eco run coming up for Japaleno. It's gonna be 13-12. And they just keep on grinding here, and Hard Legion, they're ready for a third map. They're ready for Inferno. I'm not sure if Japaleno, if they even have an answer for it. Because they don't really get any kills in these rounds. This is exactly, Flakes, looking like the first half. Like, this is like hard leading on the T side. But hard leading, they actually got out to the side and actually got a couple of rounds, gun rounds. So, Japaleno, they're actually worse on the T side than hard legion is. So, I'm not really sure what they're gonna do here. They're not even getting any of the kills. It's just Rage with the op, nailing every single kill as well, and then Forrester comes in. They're gonna try towards A now instead, see if that's gonna work out, but this is just a pistol buy. DDL is the only one with the AK. Not sure why he has the AK though. Give that to Pleasant or somebody to get some headshots with. And this one is just gonna be a walk in the park. AK not gonna do anything for DDL. And Pleasant's gonna get shot down. 13-12, full buy run now for Japaleno. This is the run Japaleno had to wake up and get this round. They had 13-5 and now 13-12.
How far the mighty have fallen. I think I'm gonna have to bring something truly special out of the bag if they want to make something stick here. Already aggression than underpass. I like this if they could maybe capitalize on it from top mid, but unfortunately, one pick in the bag for the CT side and no real response from the terror ship yet. Relaxo coming from behind. There's what I like to see now. So far, so good. This is better. Japaleno trading away. This leaves a much better situation now for the T side. And there's the first.
Hard lead and trying out something new. They tried to go for a double play towards underground. He gets the first pick, but then they're boxed in. They can't go forward, they can't go back. And the M4 guy, he doesn't expect them. The second guy underground, not the upper. He doesn't expect them to be that close. And he's gonna basically get wrecked. And that's 14 for Japaleno. Aggressive play from Hard Legion, not working out. And that's perfect for Japaleno. They're 2 away from winning the match. But question is, can they repeat that performance? This time they're not gonna send anybody towards underground Hard Legion. They're gonna play the CS. This round now, I think it will be a little bit nervous if I were Hard Legion, even though I won a lot of those rounds. I'll still be a little bit nervous because consider it's 14-12 now. The other team is 2 rounds away from winning the game. Because they lost the first map, Hard Legion. So this is where Rage is gonna have to come in with AWP again, has to go big. Getting a lot of frags here. But maybe Japaleno, maybe that round, Flakes, is the round that Japaleno wakes up. Maybe that's all they needed.
You hope so, kind of light the fire in their belly sort of thing, gets them up and aggressive. It seems like the B play, once again, is going to be the target, looking for a short to B split, which I like the idea of it. They just need to deal with ladder room. That's going to be the one thing that causes them problems here. Kinky, of course, just floating around. Rage just get a pick of his own. Relaxo holding towards triple, but actually no opportunity to refrag that just yet. Then we see the nice kill coming through. Forrester's position known. Kinky falls. Forrester will trade, but is it too little too late? I think the answer is yes to that. Last man standing doesn't have the bomb, but now he does. That's going to be problematic. The bomb's stuck upon short. Do they know where Svat is? But they were able to grab it and run on away. So he'll have to play the 1v2 out to stand up round.
Yes, he picked up the Optos, but imagine if he wins this 2v1. Japaleno, they have a goal to get a second in a row here. Oh, Svat. Oh my goodness. If he wins this 2v1, Japaleno, they're gonna be so mad about it. Oh, the nade. The nade towards Edward. He goes for the peek. He gets the first one. It's a 1 versus 1. Deston, he doesn't have the experience for these kind of things. This is not the right player to put in a 1v1. But maybe he could do it here. Maybe he could prove himself. Svat, he has a kit. He's gonna run. It's 8 seconds though. He just needs to play the time here. He just needs to play the time. He can't get it, but he doesn't have time. He's just done enough here, Desson. And Flakes, can you believe it? Japaleno, they lose like every single run in a row, and now they won 2 in a row.
And it all started from
Where did
Hard
that come
Legion
from?
trying to get creative, right? Hard Legion were the ones who tried to change things up, tried to test something underpass, and it backfired massively. It's really kick-started Japaleno back into this game at 15-12 now. They have secured over time, and they are looking to secure the 2-0 in this best of 3. And it's been hard fought. You know, Hard Legion, they deserve a lot of credit right now for the work they're doing here on Mirage. The nice thing is, because they've managed their economy well, they've been able to keep buying. So even round 28 isn't going to be the be-all end of life. But look, they're trying something different again. They're getting a bit more aggressive on short this time. Will this backfire? They know Kinky likes to play in ladder room. They've also got aggressive in ramp, though. That could work out really nicely for Hard Legion. Look at the information they've got. Svat is basically sprinting at this point through T-spawn.
Yeah, he's got all the information here, so this is maybe not over yet. And there's the first kill from Crad. He finds him towards the middle from Connector. But again, you can see Japaleno, they're heading towards B side, but this is a surprise. That's the bomb down. What a flank from Svat. See that? He may have just done enough to put them on 13 here, Hard Legion. That was 2 in a row for Japaleno. But could they turn this one around? Bomb has still been dropped here, though. Svat has all the control over it. Desson need to try to go grab it, but where are the CETs? They really have no idea. There's not everyone watching the bomb. There's a player do. Oh, Desson has no idea it's in the T-spawn area here, but it's gonna go for the repeat here. Oh, there we go, goes the fight. He wins it as well. And it's down to relax, so this is gonna be 15-13. And Hard Legion, they're gonna have to fight for an overtime now instead. It's gonna have to come up. There we go. 13 for them. Need to get 2 more here. And it's definitely possible the way they've been playing Hard Legion here on the CT side. But they've been doing a couple of mistakes in these past few rounds here that did cost them 2 rounds. So if they do another of those, they're gonna lose the match here. Even though they've been fighting their way back, it may just not be enough.
Well, at least it's gone the full distance. This will be a full 30-round game now. Japaleno trying to close this one out. They're on pistols here. Rage forced out a window. They try to nade him down. And they get the pick on towards Forrester. Surely the Deagles are not what will get this done.
Surely not here. Kinky does get the trade. Man, if DGL got that second too, that would have been so... Hard Legion would have been so mad about that one.
The A site is completely open. There's not a single player there. The only support it's got is one guy A Palace, which is not... That's not a great place to be. They will have the crossfire now that it seems they've got some support coming in from Connector. It's nicely timed from Crad, but they have to be careful here. This is actually quite nice positioning from Japaleno. It's where the pistols can be quite problematic. Preferably if you don't go 1 by 1.
Yeah. He's going to be able to nade both, and 15-14. We're going all 30 rounds. We may even see here. Will be a fitting way to end map 2, maybe even end the game, depending if Japaleno can get the win here. But if this goes to an overtime, Hard Legion, they're going to be favorites. They're going to get 16k. They're going to be starting off on the CT side because they finished on the CT side. They're going to have all the momentum then. So Japaleno, they almost have to win this round here to win this game. Otherwise, I'm not really fancying their chances in overtime. They've been fighting, but they haven't had the best T side. You kind of have to admit that. But they just need 1 more, so it doesn't matter what they've done in the past. It's what they do now. Always look forward into the future. Forget about the past. 15-14 for the Swedes against the Russians. Is this gonna be the execute that makes it or breaks the game? A lot of utilities being thrown out here. They're checking every single corner here, making sure they're not gonna get caught off guard here. And Pleasant, he opens up on the first one. That's a good entry. Now they have the side control. The question now relies on, can Hard Legion go for the retake here? Crad falls down. This could be the end. This could be the last nail in the coffin here for Hard Legion in this matchup. 5 versus 3 flags. Make that a 5v2. This is done, almost certainly at this point, unless they screw something up.
It is all
unless
gone
they get the blackout
wrong.
and just peaks.
It started so well for them. They have put blood, sweat, and tears into bringing this one back, but it's just all fallen to pieces. Last man becomes Rage. The champion of the CT side, he has put in some work with this AWP, but it will not be enough. Japaleno with the upset victory, 2-0 in the best of 3, 16-14 in our second map. They get it done. And that concludes all of the Counter-Strike for today. What a game this has been. What a day of Counter-Strike this has been. But we are now complete. Lootbet Season 6. Stage 1 of Swiss. Job done. Now we're on to the second round. That all kicks off tomorrow. So join us for more Lootbet action. 10 AM tomorrow. You know where to find us.
Going through the smoke, Woxic gonna go down. Woxic with the AWP.
Position, Earthshaker's moving in as well. Echo Slam connects onto 2. Back row tired down as well.
Lootbet always wins the brawl. Or can we cast the curse in? There we go.
Lootbet.
It's amazing how much I love betting on esports. It's so cool. What's even better is when I can use Cash Out. Wait, you didn't know about Cash Out? Cash Out is when you can get your stake back even when your bet is going against you. Just one hit and your money is safe. So go to Lootbet to cash out now.